Welcome back to Best of Kin. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Kaden.
I didn't do it right, did I?
And we're Best of
Best of Kin. Oh, I really ruined it. I kind of want to actually start over completely, but
no, it's fine.
Kaden doesn't like starting over.
I don't at all.
Kaden, is it because you have to edit it and it is harder to edit? Or you're like, it's in the moment, it's canon, we're live.
Exactly.
He does not let me edit anything, you guys.
Some people...
It's terrible.
I will probably laugh at that.
Sometimes.
Or just even a little like...
I will lose sleep at night sometimes because I'll be like, did I say that like on the pod? Did I say that off the pod? Can he edit it? He won't edit it out if I said it on the pod.
I'm like, what you're saying.
I'm not sure the things we talk about if they're about to be broadcasted
Nothing's
or
real
not.
anymore.
Nothing is real.
It happens. I can't even talk to my friends about anything because
they're like, I know.
Yeah, and then they'll go on in more detail about it because
they're like, I do not care.
No,
just kidding.
Just because we talked about it, like a certain conversation or topic, and they'll just bounce off ideas of what we discussed in the pod.
Wow, it's like art meets life.
Life, yeah, reality.
The art of life.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm better now. It was quite the week of
we haven't spoken much this week because I feel like I know like what you're going through mentally because it's a pattern. This is a behavioral pattern. Why don't you tell us about it? Well, can I just get mine out of the way because mine will take 3 whole seconds and then you can just go, you know? Ahead. I think the way you spend New Year's Eve says a lot about who you are as a person. I think that everyone has a different thing they like to do. This year, Logan had it off, which is rare. He usually works Christmas Eve, and we were in bed by 10.
You mean New Year's Eve?
Wait, what did I say? Christmas Eve? Yes, New Year's Eve. We were in bed by 10. We didn't even watch a ball drop. We did not do a countdown. There was no kiss. We literally fell asleep and just went to bed. Yeah. Sienna went to bed at she goes to bed at 7:30, so it was just...
So what happens when you're together for 10 years?
I mean, we still do fun things. I feel like you make it seem like we don't do anything fun.
I didn't say that. I said it makes sense.
But it's like for a New Year's Eve with a kid, it's like I don't want to pay for a babysitter. Also, we were just tired. It was like we just were down for going to bed early and having a nice little break. So that was my whole update on that.
Yeah, there's no need to put so much I guess meaning behind the whole ball drop.
Totally.
Because then you're just setting yourself up for disappointment or lack of...
Was last year the year that you worked and then tried to make it to midnight? Like to a midnight thing?
I worked. I tried to go to my friend's house via Uber. And oh gosh, it was so close. But the Uber pulled up at 12:02. So in that sense, like trying to make it in time, there was a lot of... I mean, it's funny because something happened this year very similar to that.
I haven't heard a single thing about your New Year's Eve weekend.
Oh, gosh.
And I don't think we need every single moment. Maybe you can give me every single moment later,
details.
But give us the high level weekend.
Day 1, the 30th. Yeah, started at the pregame of the party bus I was on. Pregame got pretty wild. I'm never drinking so much alcohol throughout that whole week in my entire life.
You're kidding.
But I think it was based on the other influences I was under that it just felt like it didn't even affect me or make me feel hungover or even drunk.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah, but
what a toll that takes on your body.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Yeah, the 30th was great, though. It was really fun. I mean, every DJ was a good time.
Kaden went to Decadence. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. It's Decadence, Arizona Festival. Had VIP, had table service, luckily, because of our good friend John and TJ. I mean, bottle service.
If you're going to go like that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's...
Nothing
I've heard people that were in GA just like, oh, it was so shit, it was so hell, it was so packed. Which I will put up. I wish I could show you, but I'll do it in the video. But there is a clip of me on, because it's like a massive tent, right? You see the front of the stage, and then it's just this tent, very narrow, and there's 2 decks near the front of the stage that are higher up, and that's where the VIP tables are, and the lookout decks, balconies. And near the end of the night, day one, I was on it, and like I just kind of panned, and it was just insane the amount of people that were there. Just so many heads, and obviously being on psychedelics, it was like I could not believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, trippy.
Extremely. But so much because I was tripping like all weekend, and it was just a lot to think about. And especially day two, I took 2 tabs of acid, and at like 11:52, I tried to find someone. I was at
You're like,
I was at Wax Motif, who was a DJ, and Slander was playing on the main stage, and I was telling my friend, I was like, I'm about to go on a side quest. You can't follow me. I'm going solo. This is gonna be hard. But yeah, I was gonna try and just go find someone.
And how did that go?
It didn't go well at all. Okay. I went to main stage. It was so
like it
was so packed.
Yeah.
And people were so rude. And this was like me. Loud. This is me in GA, right? I'm not even VIP. And I was like, fuck, I need to go back to the table.
You couldn't find someone in VIP?
I mean, I could have, but I was like already like kind of running around. It was
desperate times.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on.
Right.
I mean, so much is happening. So much stimuli all around. Anyway, I was like, God damn it, I'm just gonna go back and find my friends at the table. It's 11:58. And there's a VIP entrance that goes behind the stage all the way along it, and then kind of brings you back in on the other side. And it was so surreal because I was tripping so hard, and I went like, way to describe it, I was like just seeing so many fractals, and like every object had like 3 layers of light that was constantly breathing and pulsing. But it was all good. It was all like such a good feeling. And I remember running behind the stage, and I'm hearing 3, 2, 1. And I'll show you this alleyway I was running down. I was all by myself. It was like so quiet back there, but like I can just hear everyone, the ball drop, everyone was saying happy new year, like everyone was like yelling and screaming and celebrating. But I was like, it was almost like a moment of peace too. I was like happy for everyone. I didn't need to be with anyone.
You were like, but you were by yourself.
Yeah, I was running to behind the stage, going to the other side of the table in this alleyway. And it was outside of the tent.
It's like a movie moment.
It so was. There's a lot of movie moments.
1.
And just hearing go,
Happy New Year. And
confetti
you're like,
and all that. And I can't even say anything yet because I'm behind the stage.
Right.
But it was okay. It was enough for me, like to hear everyone else's that was happy in their celebration. I was like, it's okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. And then I got to the table. And then TJ was so excited to see me and his girlfriend. They just opened up a bottle of champagne.
Gorgeous.
And yeah, it was just like a lot of self-reflection though. Seeing like a lot of couples together just made me really appreciate people's dynamics together. And it's really like lucky. They're so lucky that they basically found someone they can
make it work
with so well together.
Yeah.
It was a lot of those thoughts. It was just so much in thought. And I didn't get home till like 5 a.m. each day.
Whoa.
But given all the substances and whatnot, obviously there's that come down. So I was a zombie Monday, the 1st.
Yeah.
I was literally in bed till 5 p.m.
Recovery.
It was so weird. Then I was like, oh, well, I gotta see some daylight. So I went outside, and it's like already getting dark.
Sunset.
And then the next 2 days I had to work, and I still didn't feel like myself. I mean, just you have 0 serotonin. And it's not like, oh, I wish it never ended, or I used to be like that.
You did, yes.
I wish it was like, oh my God, I wanted to just go back so bad.
Yes.
I just appreciate the time. And I know, it's going to come to an end.
Yeah.
So I've definitely gotten better at that. But now it was just, I didn't have any control over any dopamine I had.
Right.
And it was kind of just frustrating. I was trying to fix it, but you just have to
know
it's going to be over, but you have to wait it out.
Yeah.
So I was literally been a zombie, but I feel like I'm
maybe as of today, we're like almost back up.
As of last night.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, today for sure. And then most likely tomorrow. I mean, I feel like also 2 days I don't go. I mean, I shouldn't put so much pressure on it. But days I don't go to the gym, I don't know, I feel like I'm not at my best.
Everyone needs rest.
It's not like that though. It's like this release, It's like maybe people that like love to do yoga or meditate every day. I don't know.
You're sweating out toxins.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like that little bit better.
Yeah.
So
you've been going to the gym, is that what you're saying?
Because of the weekend, it's this cycle of, I think, just trying to catch up back in like a circadian rhythm or any routine. And so I've just been so tired, no matter how much sleep I get when I wake up.
It's like
I'm just like, I want to sleep so much more, but I know I have things to do. Blah. But yeah, no, we're getting better. It was overall, though, it was a great experience. It was fun hanging out with coworkers, seeing friends I haven't in a while. And my whole mindset was, I think I already told you this prior to it happening, but I'm just literally going to do what I want. Like,
was just to have a good time.
It wasn't like, all right, I have to go to the bathroom. Let's have the whole group come. I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. Stay here. Like, don't. If you don't want to stay here, then go. Like, go to the other stage. It's okay. I'm going to stay here. Stuff like that. And it was really nice. That part of it, really just did it for myself. And it was
a great time.
It was good. Yeah.
Love to hear that.
And I also don't like putting pressure on feeling like, oh, I feel like shit. What a great way to start the year, you know?
Right. We're like, new year, old me.
Even with the talking about the resolution episodes, it was the same thing. Like, I've already been practicing before this whole new year, but it is weird. It doesn't feel like it has in the past years. Where
really,
I mean,
how does it feel in past years?
I feel though, as if I've put so much meaning around it.
Yes.
And I've been looking back at like journal entries and whatnot. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I was saying the same stupid shit.
Really? Which was what?
Which is kind of sad. Calorie deficit. Wake up early. Go on a run. You know, since like 2022.
But it's like, when are we going to realize that we need to be flexible in life? Because we cannot be too strict in too strict of routines. I mean, you can try really hard, but like, I mean, maybe this is my perspective because we have a small child now who like rules our routines pretty much. Like, we have to just do whatever is around her nap schedule. But even trying to build schedules and routines, things just happen. Things just keep popping up and we have to keep like shifting, you know? So
yeah, you have to adjust.
I don't know if I will ever be like, every single day I woke up early. Every single day I did this. Every day, like 3 days a week I did this. Every single week for the year. It's like,
I don't think so either, but
of course, nice to have intentions, but
it's the fact that you're just still trying. It's not, you know, that's what I
and that's
saw
not sad. That's like, you know,
look how far you've come. You never quit if you're still trying.
But look how far you've come from 2 years ago. It's like,
yeah, I know.
There's no end to reach. You're just always like working on it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, it is different from 2 years ago, but it's just funny that I was kind of saying the same thing to an extent.
I stopped writing down my resolutions, honestly.
I mean, it wasn't even resolutions. I'm saying just a journal entry, like as of yesterday.
Like
my to-do list for the day.
Got it.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
oh my gosh, really?
It was very similar. Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess that's just like blaming on routine. But because last year, I was here in this apartment.
Yeah. At this time, right? This
Until
time
the
last
20th,
year.
Yeah.
Dark times.
Which is a lot. Yeah. Such a fast year, but if back in hindsight, you're like, holy
quite a lot has happened
so
this year. Yeah. Last year, I mean.
Change.
Crazy. Change within ourselves, change around us.
Which is a given.
Lots of change in Phoenix, things going up, things coming down. I'll go to even just like up Central Ave and like businesses that have been here since I moved out here 7 years ago, maybe more than that now. Gone. Businesses that I used to post about on my blog, gone. Things are just ever evolving.
Yeah,
in Phoenix.
I'm just curious. I'm really interested in seeing the next like evolution of it. I mean, isn't there gonna be some? Did you name some theme park, right?
In Glendale, there's gonna be a Mattel like resort and like park for kids.
Oh wait, it's already going up.
Yes, it's already going up. Yeah, it's supposed to be up soon. Yeah, it's a resort.
Yeah, there's a roller coaster.
Little theme park. Yes, with a little theme park.
Carnival Stadium.
There's a little Barbie
That's what
land.
sucks though. Is like I think I was just driving over there the other day, recently, like maybe a week ago, and it's really going up over there. I'm talking developments everywhere. Yeah, but it's like I just know it'll just never be
where I want to be.
East Side.
No.
Team East Side, baby.
Team East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been doing reflecting on that too.
But the East is expensive, like, so I've been thinking a lot of
location.
Every location. Every episode, almost. It's funny that we've been bringing everyone along this journey because we're like, what do we do? Okay, let's just accept where we're at. And then we're in this place of acceptance. But I'm a little bit back where I was of like,
well, I still, in my heart, I feel
where
like
do I
being tugged by Oregon, dude. Like,
We just need to go and get out of our system. I don't care if it's romanticized.
Like, I want to be like, why don't we not want to go where we're from?
Okay, let's just go to Oregon and see how we feel about Oregon once we're there, instead of get too caught up emotionally and mentally in the idea of it.
But that goes for like a lot of places, you know, like.
I also am like, I do really think I want land and like a little mini farm and the chickens. And I do want those things, you know?
Yeah.
I just can't have that in Phoenix.
It's not sustainable.
And I don't think I want to live outskirts Phoenix. If I'm going to live outskirts, I'm going to live somewhere with better year-round weather.
No, I was going to say, yeah, there's no reason to go.
There's no reason.
Like, you have to stay within the 101 freeway.
Okay.
Which is a perfect circle.
Yeah.
Everywhere outside of that is the outskirts, and it's well, might as well just go somewhere else.
Might as well move to another state. That's where I'm at. But Logan's, our income is so weird, is the tough part. It's not necessarily something we can transfer. My income is largely based in my network in Phoenix, like the people I know, the businesses I've worked with, the word of mouth that's spread in Phoenix. And then Logan's is very specifically that restaurant.
However, I do feel like that's the thing, though. If you wanted to go somewhere else where he could be at a restaurant is at the same caliber, or if not better, you'd have to be in a nicer area as well. In a
more expensive cost of living.
Yeah, in a sense.
That's the thing. If he were to go somewhere of equal like income, we would have to pay more living expenses. Like there's nowhere he can go where he can make what he's making at the level of expenses we're living at. And that's why part of the reason I feel stuck here.
Or even if those expenses were more, your networking could be, I guess, multiplied in a faster speed somewhere else where you know your like niche and aesthetic would
carry over.
Flourish.
But starting over in a new area, there's
I'm thinking like
there's going to be like
I feel like
a couple years. There's already so many people like me out there.
Not like you.
One of a kind, baby.
Don't put yourself.
No, but the cost of living in California is so astronomical that it would price me out of every area, no matter what.
And that's why the recession is coming.
And that's why I'm going to look at those foreclosed homes in 2 to 3 years. I know. I saw a really nice foreclosed home the other day.
With all that, though, like it's chaos is going to
perhaps
ensue,
it'll be like a perfect storm.
Cheaper. Yeah, exactly. Is what I'm saying.
Like when we're ready to move, the home inventory will be better.
So this is your year.
This is my year to prepare, right?
For the change,
totally.
Like location.
Okay.
Because you've been here for how long in this apartment?
6 fucking years. I've never lived anywhere 6 years.
No way.
No.
It's 2024, right? Maybe so come
This
May?
This is the 6th year. Yeah, come May, it'll be 6 years.
The fuck? I moved here when I was 21. No way. 22.
Isn't it really weird, though, just how COVID has completely taken a chunk out of everyone's lives? Like,
well, it's like
I'm 30.
BC and AC, you know?
No, literally.
Before COVID, and after COVID.
Yeah.
I was thinking like
BC 19.
Yeah.
My speaker.
I know. You good?
Oh yeah, so good. Okay, in terms of life update, I know we just did a little New Year's Eve recap, but there are like other things, you know.
For me?
For me.
Oh yeah, why don't you? Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. Logan and I watched Maestro.
Why? The last episode, we literally said we're gonna watch it together.
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! If you say it was on the last episode, I'll have to look for the
evidence. It really was.
But...
No, I promise. Because I was.
Okay, first of all, sorry. Second of all, we weren't able to even finish it in our first sit down because we couldn't stop falling asleep.
It was pretty
slow. And then
slow.
The second time, we finished it last night. And you know, there's movies where like you would say about Tenet, you kind of can't stop thinking about it for a couple of days after. You're like, the ending, like da da da. You know, when you like can't stop thinking about a movie.
You're telling me that what type of movie was like that?
No, like I had not a second thought.
Oh,
I had not a second thought about it. And this morning I woke up and I was like, was that a story that needed to be told?
Well, it's a biography, no?
It is more vignettes of Leonard's relationship with his wife. It's just kind of like their relationship through the years.
Who is she married to again in real life? You told me.
Mumford.
Yes.
And his sons.
You didn't even clip those clips.
I know.
Not your fault, but mine.
Oh, yeah, I could, huh?
It's all good. But
there's just so much singing in that episode that I was like, I don't want all the clips to be singing.
Why not? I mean, more the merrier, honestly.
We'll ask the people. Is it annoying?
Oh my god.
Do you like the singing? Okay, so yeah, it's Maestro, that is my overall thought was Bradley did a good job. Well directed for the most part, I guess.
He just shooting for that done. Oscar?
I think it was very like self-indulgent. Like this was like his pet project that he was super passionate about, but at the end of the day, he played the character well, but like nothing like happened the whole movie. Like it was just like little moments.
Now you guys have to watch Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Because people are comparing Bradley's performance with Cillian's.
Just in terms of Oscar worthiness?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also like the movie itself.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many good actors.
No, Maestro is not. I liked like the production level, like the film that they did. Like it was beautiful. It just was like boring.
That's why I think you would like Oppenheimer, because it is a movie that kind of leaves you like.
I'll watch Oppenheimer.
Even though
you'll watch Barbie, and then we'll meet up.
Okay.
To talk about them, because that was the whole thing. Like Barbenheimer, they came out like the same weekend. It was like a double feature.
Like the meme of that the first Spider-Man, where his aunt's praying, and then the Green Goblin blows up her room.
Yeah.
That's like in a theater next to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbie watchers.
Yeah. I'm just.
Also, the Billie Eilish song in that is really good.
I know. I'm obsessed. I did that little cover. I
don't know if we were both watching it, where she was. Shit. Everything's all mixed up in my life now.
I know.
Was I with you? Was I not?
I know. Did you see the music video for it? It's cute.
I didn't, but I just saw a clip, I think, where she was saying all these different routes she could have gone with her tone.
And just the song in general.
Yeah.
I saw her interview with Zayn.
Maybe that's what it was.
The Apple Music guy. Zayn Lowe.
I love those interviews.
Love.
He's a passionate guy. Genuine dude.
I love his accent.
Yeah. Makes it that much better.
And did you watch Saltburn? Because you texted me asking if we did.
I've just been seeing it all over
the
socials.
It burns.
And everyone talks about these three scenes.
The bathtub scene.
Yeah, the grave scene.
It's like y'all were talking about the bathtub scene. No one warned me about the graveyard scene. It's true. But I will say I was physically gagging at one of the scenes. Like, but physically.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, I can't imagine this going this way.
I know.
But I just seen a lot. People have been really good about not spoiling it at all either. People just saying.
Because you would have to like really describe quite a lot of what's going on to even spoil anything, I feel.
I've just been, I've been on the cusp of, all right, I'm just going to watch it, but.
Yeah. Just watch it.
I want to
just to say that you did. Logan didn't like it. I don't blame him.
Movie on its own, or.
Yeah. And I don't really want to talk about it. It feels too fresh for me to like say my opinions, especially because you haven't watched it. I don't really want to like shift anyone's opinions about it.
Yeah, we'll need to both watch something that we've both seen, so we can't
really talk about anything.
Talk about it and update.
Yeah, we'll do
with pop culture.
I'm gonna get us a couple of these decks from this brand. I think it's Ridley's something. They make these cute little quiz decks, and so I'm gonna get us like a pop culture one and a movie one, like a movie buff like quiz deck. And we'll do like a movie themed like trivia episode, because you and I are both like movie people.
Okay, yeah. Well, I need to hop on my shit then.
Yeah.
Wait, what's today then?
Today, no. Today we're doing a bit of a sibling deep dive. We're getting to know each other a little bit better, and through that, you're getting to know us a little bit better. So I have prepared for us a little game called Best of Us.
Who's that girl?
It's us. Get it?
Yeah.
Best of Us.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come out with my own game.
You wrote on it. Show the camera. Show the camera.
Sibling edition. I drew clouds on the back. No, I'm not showing the back.
Maybe you accidentally did.
No, it looks bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So we'll just have this in the middle of us and we'll take turns drawing like questions. And so do you want to do it like I draw and I ask you that question, or I draw and I ask myself that question? Like is the drawer
probably drawer should ask the
other person.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was something else I wanted to cover before we got started, but that's it. Let's get going.
I think that's it.
Oh my gosh, I was like, wait, did I even put the cards in here? They're all blank. We make them up. Okay. In your opinion, who was mom and dad's favorite child growing up?
What the hell? Did you make these
edition.
up?
Sibling edition.
Did you make these up?
No, I didn't. I'll be honest.
These are all online?
I Googled.
No, that's okay. I'm
questions.
Like, that's good. You didn't make it up. Like, damn. Repeat the question, please.
Oh. In your opinion, who was mom and dad's favorite child growing up?
Their favorite was probably each kid when they were born.
Yeah.
But as we grew up, it's tough to say.
I know what I would say.
I mean, I would say it's similar. Their favorite growing up.
I feel like it's
my
I don't
want
to answer for you, but you're taking too long. No, I mean, I won't answer for you.
It was you, and then it was me.
I think that every kid has...
I mean, each one got to like
a the level
age. Of, yeah, I would say when every kid hit high school, maybe.
It was like when the oldest hit a point of them being able to like mentally not worry about them as much, they went down to the next kid, you know?
Yeah.
It was like me, then you, then Krista. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like
true.
When she didn't worry about us and like we were off going on doing our own thing, it was like, I feel like Krista was like an only child, you know?
Yeah.
I think there's been phases. I think we've all been a favorite at different times in our lives.
Yeah.
Depending on who's like stressing them out the least.
Or
to answer.
I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get the truth.
We'll get the truth out of them. Well, they'll text us.
Yeah, we'll get a text
okay,
at
your
this
turn.
point of the episode. Hopefully this isn't affecting my audio editing. What's your favorite childhood memory of us?
It's funny because we don't have many.
That one time I took a shit. No, I'm joking.
That's so like you to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
We don't have a lot of childhood memories. And in fact, I can't really pinpoint any except maybe one. There's like one period and it wouldn't even be like, this is my favorite memory. It's just like maybe one of the only like recollections I have of just us hanging out.
Oh God, I think I know what you're going to say.
And it was when you, me, and Dad were living in California and we were playing with our stuffed animals, American Idol.
Okay, go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so we were playing American Idol with our stuffies and I was like impersonating each judge with the stuffies. Like Paula Abdul was like my white bear with
we were
the
sleeping
purple.
On an air mattress, twin air mattresses.
We were on these like twin air mattresses, like across from each other playing American Idol, and like it was hysterical.
It was.
I remember
funny.
Just cracking up.
Could probably do.
I was like 13, and he was like
adult version.
You were like 9 or 10.
Yeah,
and I was 13 or
4th grade, 3rd grade.
Yeah, really, really funny. What were you? Well,
the same thing was. It was when the Steelers were playing the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. And we didn't have any furniture yet because we just moved in the apartment. It was still just us 3 there. And we played like tackle football, like a game of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Subway, like because we always
I remember, Subway for the Super Bowl.
But we were like playing like roughhousing with the football, and like
it's just
Dad
funny
was
that
playing too.
We even remember those times, and like the only memories we have are in that apartment when we were much older. Is it because we were just like so like different ages and just doing different things?
Well, it was exactly that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the only time we
were
had
together
chances to hang out,
church.
If that, though, it's like
not even hang out. It's like we're just
it was like at the dinner table, because if we were at school, we were at different schools, and then when school's over, we're at our after school shit. Like,
no, exactly.
I'm going to practice for football late.
I was homeschooled and you weren't.
Everyone is doing homework.
/ I was going to California a lot. Like, there was just tons of.
Yeah, had to be Castaic. That's the thing, though, too, is like we didn't hang out much because we don't have that many similar interests. You know,
it'd be like what would we do?
Till this day, though, like, yeah. I mean,
but even when it was like sports, I could finally drive, it wouldn't be like, oh, let's go to the movies.
Yeah,
like, you would think I would want to do something
farther
like
away
that.
though, in age.
And from the mall.
Me and Christo were a little more like that. That's why.
Yeah,
like in Oro
That's
Valley.
True. That's true.
I think it was the age thing.
So interesting.
It had to be, yeah. Because when you were,
but then when
I finally got old enough to drive, I think that's when you were in California.
Right. That's true. Right.
Yeah.
And then I came back, and then what? I'm like, I'm trying to draw the lines.
You came back, and then I left to California.
Right.
I went to college.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I know that like my first prom, you took a picture with me.
I recall that. I remember taking a picture with you at like a volleyball thing. I took a picture with you at your graduation. This is like the only evidence I have that we're siblings. Just like 3 or 4 photos.
Yeah.
Damn. That's so interesting.
I mean, the one time you were tanning, and then I had to scare you with a water balloon, but you sat up at the worst time.
No,
ever.
This isn't you. I love that you still somehow make it my fault. You're like,
no.
You sat up at the
didn't
worst
mean to
time.
hit you, but
Caden was gonna.
It wouldn't have hit you in the face.
I know.
If you didn't stand
it's okay.
up.
I forgave you.
It was gonna hit near you for sure.
Maybe
that was the goal.
It could have hit my face still. I was tanning in our backyard. Caden was on the 2nd floor balcony with a huge water balloon.
This is like 20 yards though. Like,
he chucked it at me, and I heard something. So I sat up, and in that moment that I sat up, it collided with my eye and my nose and just like that whole side of my face. Immediately was so pissed. It was in so much pain. I got like, I'm 99% sure. Okay. I got a hairline fracture in my eye socket.
There's no way.
Yeah, because I was having horrendous migraines after that and had to get.
You always had migraines though.
No, but I had a MRI from after that whole situation.
From a water balloon?
Yeah. Broke me.
I just yeeted it.
I know. It was terrible timing.
No intention.
That's actually not the
accuracy.
first time something like that has happened. When we were younger in Mexico for Christmas, he yeeted this
We're all trying to see how far we could throw shells into the ocean.
He yeeted this huge shell, like tried to skip it in the ocean, and it literally just hit the back of my head. Like, I was standing in front of him, and he literally just threw the shell as hard as he could across the back of my head.
Damn, dude, Rocky Point that's crazy.
I love Rocky
Point.
Such
fond, distant memories.
Let me pull one.
Andrea Bocelli.
We don't have to do all of these, but just enough to.
I mean, why not?
What do you wish more people understood about you?
What do I wish more people understood about me?
Where do you feel misunderstood?
I mean, the first thing I thought of was like how I give so much energy, but people don't understand that when that energy's gone, it's okay to like not be like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one understands that.
No one understands that when you're not getting anything in return and your cup is empty, there's nothing left.
When there's no more energy to suck out of me.
You fucking leeches.
The way I am after that should be understood.
If you're burnt out, there should be no expectation of you to keep being people's like performance monkey.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, that was another thing. Didn't we talk on the phone like after day 1 of A Decadence?
No, we haven't spoken.
New Year's Eve.
Maybe like we had like a little bit to say, but via text, I don't believe that we spoke on the phone.
Yeah, no, it's always just it's weird though, because I want to, like, you want to be the type of person that is more not mysterious, but like listening, right? Not talking. But how do you do something like that when your like natural instinct is to just like
fill the room?
Yeah.
And be yourself and be outgoing and yeah.
That's why I like being a recluse. Does that make sense?
You like being a recluse?
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably goes why I always like being alone. Like
there's no pressure.
Some people probably can't even live by themselves. I think about that sometimes too. I'm chilling. I thrive on it. Like,
I love living alone.
I don't know if I'd want to be anyone's roommate. Like, even if they asked me, like, that's in the past.
That's the thing.
That's forever gone.
Now that you're on your own, like
my only roommate ever would have to be like my significant other in the future. That's the only person. And then even that, like, you still need boundaries and space. You know? That's a whole other topic. But yeah, I think just understanding that, like, it's okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
Exactly.
Like, so
then it's just
when you get to that more low energy state, because you're just like done and you're tapped out, how do others respond that make you feel like they don't understand that you're just done?
I just think some people struggle to read the room, and very few would know that, like, very few. I mean, even like this weekend when I was just, there was like a point where I started feeling weird and I was like, I can't do this. I'm overstimulated. People like it's just so hard to describe, but some people can just read me, right? Like, it's so easy to read someone in some senses. Some people do struggle with it, but I mean, body language, maybe how they're acting.
It's like emotional intelligence.
Perfect. Yeah, right there.
Boom.
And some people will just leave me, act like nothing changed, right?
Yeah.
They'll just leave me be, like, not like, I guess, put attention to it or like
not draw attention to it.
And I'm trying to like have this explained not in just a party or going out or a show setting, you know?
Yeah.
But that's hard because...
But that's like where you're exerting that energy and where people have that expectation of you.
I guess so. But where else would that...
I mean, because the pregame, you're not burnt out yet.
Something like that, though. I'm just trying to see where else
Sports games?
Sports. Huh.
Less of an expectation on you to be the entertainment?
Like,
you go to a baseball game? Event? Yeah, like Diamondbacks game? Do you only feel that way at festivals, clubs, bars?
Maybe.
Well, that's something to reflect on, perhaps.
But then there was two guys that
Is it specific people, or is it the place, or is it the people?
That's a good question.
Because maybe like see if it's reoccurring with like literally one or two people.
Or if it's like the place I'm at, you're saying?
Right. If it's your environment or if it's specific peers.
Or is that something that I can control?
You can control who you spend time with.
No, like how much energy I'm exerting. Because sometimes maybe it's just me balls to the wall, and that's why there's a crash.
But the problem that you have is that people are not allowing you to just like crash.
Yeah.
That's not within your control. But I guess the thing you can control is just not be bothered by it, and like don't give in if other people are expecting more from you. Don't give them more just because they want it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess practicing boundaries in that sense, like with yourself.
Oh yeah.
Your turn.
Should have
been like a butt basket or something.
I just dumped it all on the... What is something cringe underlined?
Oh my God. I'm glad I got this.
That you've done that haven't... What? That haven't...
My handwriting is not good. This is embarrassing. Give it to me.
Oh, that haunts you to this day.
Yes. And it's funny because we had talked about last episode. I was like, oh, we should do a whole episode on like cringe things.
I mean, I know exactly.
Because there was one thing I had done that was so cringe. You don't even know what it is, what I'm going to say. So now I'm like, what are you going to say that I've done that's cringe?
I have 2 words. Expo markers. That's it.
That is like honestly 11 years old, me like painting my face with expo markers, though, doing photo shoots in my backyard pool with my mom. No big deal. But
it's like a given for that age.
That's like a given for that age. Yeah. You do that with your girls.
You're
You
exploring.
do it with your mom. Yeah.
Adventure.
And you feel like creative. Like I wanted so badly at 11 to like be and feel creative because I didn't really feel like I was. So I wanted to like
look at you now,
see what I could do, you know, creatively. In my defense,
it's
like
different for sure.
I didn't do the like expo marker makeup. My mom did. And that's why I looked like a clown. Because mom, her strong suit is not like
girl.
Like cutting our hair growing up. Like she didn't cut the hair. Like dad did the haircuts, and it's just funny. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Most cringe thing that I've done that I thought about recently, was freshman year of college. I was 19, or am I 18? I think I'm 18.
You're 18 because we both graduated
U of A, there was this improv troupe that would perform in a theater at the U of A on Tuesday nights. And so I would go. And the main guy, who I felt like was really good, and I didn't remember his name, but it just popped into my head, his like full name. The main guy was really good.
In the student union, right?
It was like a small in the theater. Is it Gallagher Theater in the student union? That sounds right.
Yeah, wow.
That sounds right. So yes, would go every week. Thought he was very cute. Thought he was very talented. Found him on Facebook. Okay. I should have asked around, like maybe other people's opinions, but I wasn't getting, you know, attention from college boys. My modest, you know, shyness wasn't reeling him in. So
Molly Mormon.
Yeah, I DM'd this man.
Bold.
A very bold, and what I thought was like a humorous comedy message, like funny. Hey, like, you don't know me, but I like watch you I stalk you every week. Kind of like a weird, funny, not funny, awkward message, like a paragraph long. Unfortunately, this man is gay.
Oh shit. That's not that cringe though.
Yes, it is. Because you know, he was like, look at this. Like showing people like I think about this. Like he was so obviously gay. I told Ryan, I slid into his DMs. He was like, he's gay. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, why did I not ask you, like my gay best friend, to like if this was a good idea? No, but I think about that sometimes. Just the fact that that message exists out there makes me uncomfortable. Like things that I can't take back. Things that I can't take back. There are things out there that I can't take back that exist. And that's just one of them, but it just is really unfortunate. Do you have any that you can think of for yourself?
When we brought it up last time, I think I had one. I mean, cringe. Oh, like he's probably like DMing Michaela Maroney, like, hey, oh my god, it's my birthday. I'm like, just going way too hard. Like, I'm such a huge fan. Like, I think you're so cute, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh,
like that's gonna be intriguing for her to like. This guy's cute. Yeah,
look, hoes
are gonna love this. Exactly. Why is that so embarrassing? I've also. In high school, I got asked out by a guy a year older than me, and I didn't think he was that attractive, but I think it was the fact that he was a year older than me. I was a sophomore, he was a junior, like that felt cool.
Girls love that.
Girls love that shit. So we were going to go to a movie, and I think my like parents were coming. Like I think it was like a double date with my parents, which wasn't the first time I had to do that in high school. But I wanted to show off to one of my friends in high school who was like a frenemy vibe. And so I sent this super long paragraph. Oh my God, so-and-so asked me out. I am so excited. He is so cute. Like basically bragging, right? Like it wasn't because I was thrilled. I was just like, look at this upperclassman. He asked me out, yada, yada. I sent it to him. I sent this paragraph to him.
I was about to say, like, that happens like when you're talking mad shit about someone, you send a text to that person. Or a screenshot. Have you ever done that? Send a screenshot to the person.
Yes, I have. That makes your heart go into your butt in ways that...
I remember one time I did that. Like, my excuse was like, I'm just showing you how stupid you look. Like, don't you see what you just said? Like, oh my God.
I'm trying to think about...
I forget if it worked or not.
I'm trying to think about what is my excuse when that happens? Like, I've done that for sure, to like Patrick Casey. I remember like sending him and him being like, lol, what? And it's like, what do you say at that point? Do you lie?
God.
Do you say, I was just going to send to so-and-so?
Kids, like the way we grew up and the evolution of technology.
Yeah.
I mean, just like our parents have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
What?
And that was another thing that I would said to you, like another episode we should do is like things our ancestors like do not understand, because I thought of the phrase shitting bricks. And they'd just be like, what?
Like ancestors, like how far along ago?
Even just,
I mean, even our parents.
2, 3, well, 1
our parents,
generation away.
When our parents were our age, and if we told them something now,
they'd be like, I don't know. They went to Tijuana and club, so
yeah,
I think that they did more than they let on.
When they were 18.
I think that they pretend.
Yeah, that's what's so weird too. Like them like, leaving the church.
You were allowed.
They're still so mysterious. Sometimes. You listening, mysterious
Mom and Dad?
People?
No, there's some gaps in their history they need to fill.
And we are, I would say, pretty vulnerable and open, honest.
I think we're all very honest.
Weren't in the past, right? When you're in high school and you're saying you're on your way, but you're still at your parents' house. You're like, I swear I'm coming home soon. Oh my God, I was so bad at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so bad at that.
But you never got in
home
trouble.
by 11. Not like you would have.
Double standard.
Yeah,
that'll be its own episode.
I didn't get.
I'm just kidding.
Oh gosh.
I forgot how we got here.
Dude.
How
cringe.
did we get here? How did we get out?
What's what? How about we just both answer the question, since they're you need to answer the one way people won't misunderstand about you, or you wish you understood. I'm just filling the space right now. So people.
In what ways do I feel misunderstood? This is a tough question. I feel like you answered it pretty quick.
Well, I just thought about maybe it's not like, gosh, sometimes coffee gives
more coffee.
Frogs.
I'm so sad.
But it was like the first thing that kind of popped in my head. Not really what I'm not understood about. I mean, I guess there could be many things.
Well, in high school, I mean, the thing that I struggled with most growing up was feeling like just so painfully shy and insecure, and how that's kind of like an off-putting energy for people. And so I felt like I was getting a reputation for being not nice or a bitch or being like conceited or thinking I'm like too good for other people because I just didn't really talk to anybody.
Damn.
And I struggled with that in high school.
Different.
No, I know. I know.
I feel like I had to be that guy, like student council, the DJ,
varsity volleyball,
body, vice president, varsity all 4 years.
Yes, exactly.
Didn't go to parties, or I mean, I didn't do that either. But people knew me. Like I was never invited because they knew I was going to go or drink or anything, which is so funny now.
I was probably just like the quiet, like theater girl, you know.
Quiet high
theater girl.
I can see that too, though. I was definitely
I think
I was
didn't have a lot of friends I could trust in
the
high
sense
school.
of like really cared what people thought about me.
Mm-hmm. Right, like we were both doing things out of caring what people thought about us, but in opposite ways. You were like being bigger, and I was like being smaller. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, I will perform. And I also was like, I will perform.
Quietly.
But I'll do it my way.
What's that? Is that a Frank Sinatra?
I don't know. Is it my turn? I think it's fine. Oh, yeah.
Way.
That just makes me think of the gorillas singing in George the Jungle. They sing that at the end. He's like wearing a suit and like got a piano, the main monkey.
What the fuck?
Da, 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 da.
That's funny.
What's your love language?
Physical touch and quality time for sure.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about gifts.
It's nice every now and again, but I think that...
But someone to spend... I think everyone... I don't know why people would want at least their top two, one of them to be quality time, because that is the one thing no one can get, or... You
can't, like, replace quality time.
That's what I mean.
It's
get
irreplaceable. Back. I mean, right. Sure.
I mean, there's no...
You can always give gifts.
It's priceless. Like,
it's a good point. Acts of service has become more important at this age. It didn't really matter to me. I was like, I could do everything I need on my own. But now that I like need more help in life, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, true.
When life gets harder, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
This service is really doing it for me.
I can see that evolving too over time. Like,
yeah.
If I were ever in a relationship for a long time, it's the little things of just their acts of service. Like, even if it's something little, like, I don't know, like he doesn't ask you, but he brings you like your Taco Bell order home after
right.
work.
Like he doesn't say anything. I didn't have to tell him what I would want. He just was like,
something like that.
He
it's
knew.
Like,
yeah. Little things like that are nice.
No, like he's still up to date. Still thinking of you like that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, like, and that is the thing that's so nice. Those are small things that when they happen frequently enough, it's like, that's why it's called love languages. That's how you like show someone you love them, you know? That is the big, it makes up the big things. But I'm also like quality time and physical touch. So I'm like,
Can't
do them all. Can't.
Trying to get the bag, but
no, go for it.
Wow.
Don't show people.
Oh, whoops.
The cloud titties.
That's what I thought too.
On this fucking bag. Whatever.
Funny. What's your hidden talent?
None of them are hidden.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can vibrate my eyeballs.
Yeah, that's true.
And I discovered that at such a young age.
Do you want to do it real quick in that one?
I'll try.
I'll get a nice zoom in.
Unfortunately, I kind of have to cross my eyes to do it. It's kind of embarrassing, but did it go? Okay. You'll have to watch the YouTube to see it.
Yeah, I went.
It'll be worth it. What's your hidden talent?
I forget. I used to say one, like, because this is kind of a question you get asked.
Yeah.
Like in high school and shit, or
like when you think you're going to grow up to be a celebrity and you prepare all these questions for when you get onto a red carpet and you're asked these questions and you have to have them ready to go.
Hidden talent.
You're not very talented.
I mean, everything's like through.
You actually like are a pretty good singer. Like in terms of like you're not tone deaf.
I guess.
You can carry a note.
Maybe.
Can you beatbox? Can you rap?
No.
Hidden. You can give back massages with your body weight.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Can just like walk up and down. Cracks it real good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Is it I think it's my turn. Were you ever a bully in school?
Not.
Or to
I
your
don't
friends?
think intentionally, but I definitely had moments of like overly picking on someone.
Mm-hmm.
But I was definitely bullied a bit, but I don't think I was like ever like physically beaten up or.
Yeah.
It was just that, I mean, how I am now, like, I guess outgoing and stuff, like explosive in activity. I mean, and my teeth for sure. Pretty fucked up teeth.
Oh yeah.
That or, gosh, I'm trying to think when I was like a kid. But I not too much. It was just most of the teeth, and then being so sensitive about it, and then caring.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like really, or just really mama's boy. So like, where if I felt uncomfortable somewhere, like I really wanted just like mom to come pick me up or something, you know.
Make me a bagel.
And then if I like, oh my god, if I could, I think I was just intuitive to people around me a lot growing up as a kid that I definitely should have been hanging out with some people. And I didn't feel comfortable. And like now you look back now, it's like, well, fuck yeah, like leave then. Right?
Yeah, you should have been in like control.
Everyone's just trying to be cool.
And
I don't know why. What's the pressure? Where's that? Is that just a society?
Yeah, that's just you not wanting to stand out in the wrong way.
For all kids. I just wish when I have a kid, I can just fucking get it to their brain that like,
be cool.
You just don't care.
Yeah, I know.
But you have to.
But you have to build their confidence and independence from a young age.
Yeah.
That's true. The building blocks of that is building up their self-confidence.
And it's not like we had that opportunity.
I mean, hard to pinpoint. It's hard to think back.
It is because you just fucking push it away.
Well, there's also just like, you kind of just take the high level stuff, tuck that away in your memory, little things that stood out to you. You don't really remember everything.
That's a good point.
Remember the aftermath.
That's a good point.
The effect. Is it your turn or mine? Was I ever a bully? Let me see. There was one girl in like 4th or 2nd grade that I was mean to for absolutely no reason. And that was just, it was sort of like testing to see if it would work. You know? Like you're 2nd grade, you're just kind of like feeling it out socially. And so she wanted too badly to be my friend, and it felt annoying, and it felt like you're clinging on to me. I don't know. So we were like digging in the sand, and I don't know why this is so vivid. She told everyone her dad was Papa John's. And I might have believed her. And maybe he like just like worked at Papa John's, but like she thought he was the Papa John. And her name was Sarah. And there was just this time on the playground we were playing together, and for no reason I was like, why are you playing with me? I don't like you. No, literally. And she just like got up and like walked away, like sad. And I never was like, oh, haha, like just kidding. Even though that's like kind of how I felt, like just kidding about it. But I just was like,
damn,
why are you here? Similar energy that I would pass down to Krista at like a certain age, when she was like,
oh God,
always wanting to play with me. And like, I'd be like, okay, let's play Office. I'm the boss. You work for me. Like, take notes and follow me around.
That's the weird thing too with siblings. Like, just there's like you find reasons to get mad for.
It's just like, I don't like you and I don't know why.
Or like if I like there was just, oh gosh, I don't know where it stems from, but like if I discovered a song or something and like I showed it to her, like it was like such a such a
annoyance,
like a power trip of like, oh no, I found it or something like that. You know, like,
yes, like it can't be your favorite song.
Or exactly, yeah.
Like no. This is my identity.
You don't even know who, like
you don't even appreciate this artist.
Them, name 3 songs.
Right. Jordan would do that to me a lot.
But why?
Because kids don't have any power. And so it's like one person that you have the slightest bit of power and perceived control over. It's like, I was getting bullied by Jordan, so I bullied Krista. We just skipped over you because you were never home. You know what I mean?
I mean, me and Krista would get into it for sure. Like,
really?
We would swing at each other, yeah.
Really?
It was
Jordan and I definitely hit each other.
Punches like this, though. Like, never fist, but like right there.
Oh my. Yeah. I know what that's like.
But like,
on the side.
Arm, yeah. Until like one of us starts crying, and then it's kind of like seeing when you're like wrestling with your friends, like you actually hurt the other one too bad, like, and then you pretend like it hurt you too, like so
you don't get in as much trouble.
Yeah. Start holding a body part, like Especially like if you're at a sleepover and you do it at their place.
And you don't want their parents to get involved or like anyone to be like, who hit who?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Kid dynamics
just so
are
happy
weird. I'm just so glad to be an adult.
Yeah.
Kid stuff is hard.
Going through that. So much trials and tribulations.
Trials, tribs.
What is your biggest worry right now and why?
Where do I begin?
The list goes on.
Well, the current thing worrying me is how much there is to do for the wedding that is now in like a month. And I'm realizing how much there is to do. And my florist has ghosted me for like the last month. And that has me panicked because people book their florist like 7 or 8 months out. And I'm like, we have 30 days. And I haven't heard anything.
I can't believe I have to memorize some shit.
You'll have a script. You'll have a folder. You can look down.
Aren't using the iPad, right?
No.
What?
I bought you like a black leather thing that you open, and it's got like the marriage license in it and a script. It's official.
That's gonna be
It's gonna be exciting. Weird. It'll be so much fun. But yeah,
Finally, though.
I the fact that I haven't heard from the florist and I've sent her like 4 emails in the last like couple weeks, like that gives me beyond anxiety. Like I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And I've reached out to a couple for backup and I haven't heard anything. And I'm like, what is it with wedding vendors that are taking so long to respond? This isn't the first, like,
maybe they're so busy.
And I understand it was like Christmas and then New Year's. People are taking like pretty much that whole time off. So I'm trying to be chill, but it's like, it's a month away and you haven't even given me like the quote. Like, hello. Anyways, so that's stressing me. Other than that, also the cost of like daycare.
You're like thinking about it?
Or like a preschool. Literally, there's a preschool.
Wait.
The best preschool in Phoenix.
Preschool's when she's 4 though, right?
You could be 2. Even less than that.
Might as well.
There's a preschool, like the best preschools in Paradise Valley, and they are like waitlisted beyond. Like you would have to be pregnant right now to get your kid in when they turn 1 to get in.
That's the wait list?
Like, that's what the wait list is looking like. Like, we're waitlisted up to 2 years old. Like,
but you waitlisted though?
I mean, I'm going to check out the cost. We're going to go do a tour.
But, I mean,
but there's some really cool.
You don't have to pay anything once you're on the wait list.
It's a farm. And they do they cook them healthy snacks every day and like a commercial kitchen. And they learn farm stuff.
In Paradise Valley?
Mm-hmm.
There's farms out there. A little
farm area. Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah. Like maybe that's where I go.
There's
just kidding. Cannot afford the
mature landscape.
I know. North Central Phoenix, there's mature landscape too. But all right, what's the next?
Gotta get out.
Is that yours or is that mine?
Oregon. This was yours, but I think my biggest worry right now. I mean, just simple things.
You're a simple man.
Financials a little bit. Spending habits via alcohol, which has been my kryptonite.
But it's like it was New Year's Eve, so
yeah, this is not one where I've been like, I have so much fucking regret. But it's just funny because there's always something new, you know. Like this mammoth snowboard trip.
Yeah,
which would be definitely.
What I think the issue is that you don't have any like short-term saving goals, so it's like. You just have like, oh, I have this huge goal of like paying off debt or whatever you want to save for. That's sort of like I think, far away to obtain.
Yeah.
You need more short, like quick wins to like give you something to look forward to.
Or like those buckets you talk about on Allie, using those for like these small things. Like if I know something that's in 3 months, like all right,
short-term savings, a long-term savings, an emergency savings.
And yeah, and then not doing that is completely my fault. Like there's no excuse. It's not like, oh, I don't have a consistent schedule or consistent income. No,
it's like just tuck away a percentage every time you work. Yeah.
But I mean, with the snowboard trip, it's like I mean, there's I can vent about it. And
we can talk about it.
You can give me
we'll talk about
advice after, but yeah, maybe my slight weight gain, but like you said, I've gotten more muscular, so
right. Well, there you go.
No, it's just weird. I feel like I look like the same I have, but then You don't.
No, yeah.
But it's such gradual change.
I know.
And I don't realize that my consistency over these years is like going upward, you know?
Right. Look at just like when I'm just even trying to think like 5 years ago, or like when I was in Sonoran Vista, just how different you looked then. That was like not a good time for any three of us. Like that was just like when Logan was like deciding, do I hold on to the hair I have left or do I shave my head? And like shaving his head is the best thing he's ever done. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I cannot.
It's weird how like just your head of hair can be
but that was before he had facial hair. So it was like bald for the first time. So it was also like his scalp was like pale because it had never seen the light of day. And then like no, like baby face, like facial hair.
I remember it. And then like no contacts, right?
Such no glasses. Such a scary time. It was his old glasses, his square ones. Oh, not the rounded like lens.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, exactly. When is the last time you felt insecure?
About 2 minutes ago. I mean, maybe at festivals, sometimes it happens. There's sometimes weird moments. You kind of just like, you get in your head, right? Because usually you're outside of your head. You're just like, everything's so great. Oh my gosh. And I didn't tell you, but all weekend I had these girls do 2, what are the braids called?
French braids?
No, the other ones that are outside.
Fishtail braids?
No, ones that like for
Dutch braids?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I had 2 Dutch braids going right here, and then I had 2 ponytails.
Okay.
Just like curly ponytails. Yeah.
Piggy tails.
And everyone was loving it, but I wasn't insecure about that at all, obviously. Because I had a really I don't care attitude. But sometimes you do get in your head and you just feel like everyone's looking at you. Like, why are you dancing like that?
You just suddenly become aware.
But I feel like my insecurities now don't have anything to do with what I do or how I look, which is most of the time what most people struggle with. I don't know. What do you think I'm insecure about? I feel like you have a better outside perspective.
You are insecure
of
people, like
commitment.
I mean, maybe you have some commitment fears. Maybe that's a separate thing. It's hard to say. Insecure is like kind of a strong word too. You get insecure if someone doesn't like you. Like if someone straight up doesn't like you, you're like, why? You're like, how can I work and do everything in my power to get back to at least like a neutral level. Place?
Yeah, I think that's one thing I struggle with.
You like
having to have everyone.
It's not okay if people don't like you.
At least not like, or at least just
have tolerate. Just a mutual respect at the tolerate.
Which is kind of why serving can be a bitch sometimes. If I have one table get off on me, it's you just gotta just brush it off.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's a learning experience for sure. All growth.
Yeah. For me right now, I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to use my portfolio and my like skills that I've advertised. You know, I've talked about this like design, photography, creative direction, consultation. Just trying to figure out where I want to position myself. So I'm like researching all of the other agencies locally. And so like in comparison, I'm just like, they're already like doing it.
Like, why am
I even like trying to climb up this ladder when people are already at the top of it? Or farther along. I'm like, is that what I want to keep doing? But would it be a
ladder to climb?
Only if I'm trying to like grow a business. But if I just kind of want to stay freelance, like just kind of take a couple things as they come forever, then like it doesn't matter. But if I actually want to try and compete in this landscape and actually get good clients, and the good thing is a lot of them have become so expensive. So I could position myself more affordably because I don't have as big of a team. But yeah, that's like my insecurity is like my skill set. Like I'm not as good a photographer as like the best photographers. I'm not as good as this. You know what I mean? Just like I'm insecure with like where I am in my career.
The thief of joy.
Yeah.
But kind of following up on that, I think it's funny because we're not even making money off of this, but this is the one thing I've like not been insecure about, like, or been questioning.
Which is funny
like,
because we're literally putting like unfiltered thoughts out there. Like, you would think that would be a thing to be insecure about.
We're not. Yeah, that's a good point.
I haven't been insecure about it though, because like I actually don't care.
No, exactly. And
I know
everything you kind of question, like, oh, should we even be doing this? It's like not like a serious thought of that even.
Yeah,
has crossed my mind. It's more so just.
But it's like, it's so fun. Like sometimes, every now and again, I'll have the thought of like, can we sustain this like long term? You know. But then when we like are doing it, I'm like, there's literally like no reason that I can think of not to.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult, even not getting paid to do this. Like it's not that difficult to where it's taking away from my life in any way.
Yeah, true. And the whole like beginning of this was, I mean, simply just because we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
There was no like greed or drive.
Driven, like, yeah.
I mean, why not?
I mean, it was like every time we would have a long conversation for like an hour, like be silly or funny, and be like, we should have recorded that into a podcast.
Yeah.
And now we are. Do we want to do any more questions? Where are we with our time?
We're good with time. We can do a couple more, or maybe one more.
Let's do one more. I will just draw. Oh my God, is there one more? There's one more.
Oh my gosh.
Meant to be.
Best of Us. Coming to an end.
How could I have been a better sibling growing up? To end it.
Ooh. Better sibling growing up. Maybe. Sorry about that space cap. Maybe just more supportive.
Okay.
More
supportive in what way, and I guess at what time?
I mean, probably the only times we were together. Castaic was fine, but maybe like coming back after that, Cienega Park.
Mm-hmm.
Just being more of a homie. But there's no way I could have, just because of how, I guess, naive and immature I was, you know?
Mm-hmm. Are you saying, wait, there's no way you could have what? Because you're saying I could have been more supportive, but then you're saying there's no way I could have just been like, I guess, more of a friend, right? It's more of like a homie. Yeah.
But I think I was just so wrapped up of what I needed to do, what I wanted to do, and feeling.
Well, as was I, yeah.
Feeling like naive and this sense of like innocence or afraidness of like getting in trouble with mom and dad, or like always wanting to make sure that they like me, right? Not wanting to disappoint them.
You wanted to always be like on their good side.
Exactly, yeah. So maybe there's sometimes obviously that I could have been on your good side, but I chose the opposite.
Yep.
But again, like there's no way. I mean, I didn't have the
very little
tools.
expectations of you. Like, especially me being the older one too. It's like anything that you did or didn't do was so inconsequential and had such little effect on my life that it was like, there's nothing you could have like done more or less that would have.
I guess that's a good point too.
Changed anything.
We were too far apart. Where you're right. Like, what if I don't know.
To an extent, I feel like mom and dad were also trying to keep like all of the siblings equally liking each other as well. So I felt like to an extent, we were like not allowed to be closer than like other siblings. Not allowed, but like, like at the dinner table, if you and I would be like laughing, we'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because other siblings would feel left out. You know?
Interesting. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So to an extent, I feel a little bit like our friendship was stifled just a little bit growing up.
Limited.
Because they didn't want us to be super tight knit, and then it'd be a problem with the other siblings.
Which is so weird. Yeah, that's a good point. Trying to keep the level playing field. So, but that in itself,
but that only affects things while we're all living in the house together. Yeah. Like after high school, it's like
which
that
is
all
such
goes
a long time ago.
Yeah, so long ago. But I think that.
But that kind of makes sense, though. Even that role was still, even when we were outside of the house. If someone was in the house, that was still managed.
Yes, exactly. The expectations, I guess, were the same.
But it's weird because it's like, why not anyone else? We were the only ones trying.
Yeah. I just think Jordan that was you and I like
buddy.
You know? Well, Jordan and I like literally didn't get along from the second.
Yeah, but like even with me, it's not like he tried to like, oh, let's go play catch, or I don't know.
I just felt, I think you and I just like felt telepathically like we're the same, you know? And like we didn't need to like say anything, I guess. But
what's interesting though is it was so difficult because every single one of their kids had their own different, not even upbringing, but they had their own interests and path,
personality, path.
Yeah, where sometimes you see like these
siblings that are
quote unquote picture perfect siblings. Yeah, like all three of them or four of them. Yeah. Or they hung out a lot, I guess, growing up. But I mean, I guess maybe that's why it's important to plan age gaps of your kids. Not that like it's necessary, but
it's so hard to plan and predict their personalities. Exactly. Because you and me are farther apart than me and Jordan, and you and I are closer than Jordan and I.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, personality is like most to do with that.
Yeah. That's the biggest part. But how is that developed and created, you know? I mean,
it's literally nature and nurture. Yeah. Like you're born with a little bit of it, and then you're raised with a little bit of it, and then the way your choices, it all is
nature
in like
and nurture. Yeah, you're so right. It's a good way to put on it. I like that. But yeah, it's a good point. I don't think I could have.
I don't know that we could have done more. But there's just this one instance that I know of where you weren't the homie, but
yeah, I know.
We don't need to talk about it.
But
it doesn't like it just so doesn't matter now. It doesn't like affect us now.
And I think that stage of our life compared to when we moving in is like so astronomical different. Of a
you were
growth,
so young too, still like
yeah, but me moving here and then like the growth we all had, like even Logan, all three of us
through COVID.
But even before that, right? Yeah. Like we had 2 years before COVID, and then COVID, and then
no, you moved in 2019. You literally moved in the summer before COVID.
Yikes!
Yeah. So damn. we had just like the summer, the fall.
It's a big shift.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's only been up.
Yeah.
From there, I think. Yeah, honestly. And same thing with this.
And now at least we have an excuse to see each other once a week. At least. Right. Because even before we did this, even after you moved out, like I wouldn't see you that often still. Like it's not like you and I, it's funny, you and I don't make plans. We never, ever.
Well, it's hard. No, this is the reason though. It's because
what would we do?
If you're free, you're with Logan, right? Like that's just.
If Logan's at work, I'm with Sienna.
Even before the kid though, like the child.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys have any free time, it's your time, which is like that's just how it is. It's not a bad thing.
Yes, but you should come over for dinner sometime. I've lately been making enchiladas like how we used to have growing up, like fried beans with the sauce. But I've been doing with the little Christmas sauce, like they do with the verde. Delish. Shit. With chicken.
Are you trying to do it like a flower child or whatever?
No. I just do my own, but I do like a cilantro onion on top and like
classic
delicious chicken enchiladas. You should come over
down
for dinner because you have some days off.
I always have the weekends off, but again,
weekends, yeah.
That's your week.
Don't come over on
Logan.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
And on that note, thank you all for supporting us. Please rate and review, but only if it's 5 stars.
It's not just DM me.
Keep it to yourself.
We'll have a
DM him. Slide into his DMs. and he'll get it back up to 5 stars. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you follow us on Instagram, leave a little okay emoji in the comments so that we know who listens all the way through.
Oh,
and is a real homie.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, is a bestie.
Who's actually finishing?
We should call our listeners besties, you know, like
besties of the kins.
Besties of kin. Ooh.
Did we just do something?
No.
I know.
Okay. Thank you. If you want to show your support in any other way, you can sponsor our coffee if you feel so inclined. Otherwise, we will see you next Tuesday. Get it?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Haven't you ever heard that? See you next Tuesday.
I don't get it.
See you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's so funny. Someone told me that at work. Like, oh, I have a see you next Tuesday. And they were like, what? And it took me a while.
That's funny.
I want to say it so bad.
Close your ears, Mom. Close your ears. No.
All right. On that note.
On that note.
Bye.